broadcasting from the shards of a broken planet. This is on Air-Deraan.
I'm Freddy.
And I am Vojta, and this is on Air-Deraan.
Yeah.
Formerly known as on Air-Deraan.
As in Onderon.
Which is a thing that never even mattered, really.
Well, it matters in the Old Republic, at least.
And it matters to Saw Gerrera.
It does. Who is not in Mandalorian, but he is in Rebels.
He could show up.
He's not going to show up if he's dead.
We don't know that. Have you seen his corpse?
I haven't. Well, I assume it was completely, I don't know, pummeled.
I mean, he lives in an iron lung. Maybe that...
He does. That's true.
Maybe that stopped some of the rocks from completely breaking him apart.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a bit weird how he, braces for impact and goes just before he, dies. I think that's intentional.
Rooks, have you come here to kill me?
Yes, this is the Bodhi Rook episode.
Get it? Because he's a pilot.
And this is the pilot. And we're not talking about Rogue One, we're talking about the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about Onderon, we're not talking about Rogue One, we're not talking about Saw Gerrera or Rebels.
Bodhi Rook, though, he's relevant for the purposes of the title. The title only.
Yes. Although we might end up talking about Rebels at some point, because as in tie-ins.
Tie-ins, yeah.
We're talking about The Mandalorian and Season 2, potentially. Which is coming out, first episode's coming out this Friday.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, there are going to be Clone Wars references, ahoy, mace.
Or will there?
Or won't there?
Well, there is a Clone Wars reference in the heist episode.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, in the hangar... Eckhart's Ladder pointed this out. In the hangar, there is a modified Magna Guard bomber from the Clone Wars.
Interesting. And let us not forget that the fishing episode with AT-ST featured a Lothcat.
Reference to Rebels.
Which still ties together because both of those featured a certain, spoiler alert, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka! I've never heard of that.
Well, Ahsoka...
I used to hate Ahsoka when...
A lot of people our age
yeah, but I was 8 years old when...
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the contrast. I remember vividly watching the trailer for the Clone Wars movie on StarWars.com.
Wow.
And it was the Battle of Keth with Ahsoka climbing up all the ATTEs to get to the top. And I was like, who's this person? And my friend was like, wow. And
Star Wars is getting political.
No, I think he fancied her, but he was 8 and she was I don't know.
13?
It wasn't we were 8. I hated her though. Because I also hated Rex. Because...
Oh, now that's just preposterous.
I did, because I was like, why couldn't they have Fordo?
Who?
Fordo, you know from the Tartakovsky Clone Wars.
Oh, the show that I never watched. Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
I saw the Dirge. I saw the Dirge stuff.
Well, the guy that kills Dirge, that's not Obi-Wan. Well, he doesn't actually kill Dirge. He electrocutes him. He's the ARC Trooper with red, and he's really cool. And I wanted him to be in Clone Wars when it was announced, and he wasn't, and I was really annoyed. Well, apparently, actually, they were planning on having Rex's role be Alpha 17.
Another word that does not mean
he's
anything to me.
He's another ARC Trooper. But George Lucas himself decided not to have Alpha 17 and to have a new character because this is the actual reasoning, because he didn't want all the characters' names to begin with A. So you have Anakin, Ahsoka, R2 and Alpha. So he was like, nuh-uh, Rex. And so Rex was created.
Good. Because I doubt that Alpha whatever or Foldo or whatever his name is would have the staying power of a certain Rex who probably is also in Mandalorian Season 2.
I don't think he is.
It could be him or it could be old Boba Fett.
I think is either... It could just not be true. Is Tamara Morrison actually in Mandalorian Season 2?
He could also be in it and be someone completely different. Just someone under a wolf mask.
Or he just might be another clone trooper.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for Tamara Morrison to be in Star Wars Episode 9 because Kix, who is the medic in 501st in the Clone Wars show, canonically, he was frozen in cryosleep, and then over the course of the entire original trilogy, and then picked up by the Crimson Corsair, who's in Episode 7, who Finn was going to join the ship of.
And the guy who hangs around with the constable, who was super important.
No, the guy on Takodana. He's got a really cool red mask.
I know who you mean, but I thought that the constable was with him as well.
No, the constable was on Jakku.
Never mind then.
Yeah. So the Crimson Corsair awoke Kix from cryo sleep, and then he joined their team of pirates, which is pretty cool.
That would have been pretty cool. By the way, I just want to point out that we've been talking for about 6 minutes.
And we haven't even probably talked about...
only talking about Clone Wars. But I think that this is kind of on brand.
It is, because it's linked, because everything's Dave Filoni. Everything, well, it's not... Mandalorian isn't all Dave Filoni. I would say he's more Jon Favreau than Dave Filoni.
Probably, but everything that Dave Filoni touches turns to gold.
Apart from the episodes people don't like. Of Clone Wars.
We don't talk about that. Dave Filoni is a golden god.
I like the Jar Jar episodes.
Look, Jar Jar is underrated.
The Jar Jar episode when he's teaming up with Mace Windu and it's Temple of Doom, but with duck aliens, that is perfection. That is...
Ducks, even more ducks than Gungans already are.
Yeah, like the actual ducks. And Jar Jar Binks' girlfriend is the queen of the duck people. Have you not seen this episode?
I actually have not. I skipped those.
Why did you skip them? They're perfect. They've even got Mother Talzin in them as well.
Oh,
Mace
really?
Windu fights Mother Talzin.
I thought that she was already dead at that
point. No, she dies afterwards.
She
gets killed by Grievous afterwards.
Well, the timeline of Clone Wars has always been a little bit more...
But it's never been in order.
Yeah. I mean, canonically, the first in order... is like the Carrion Spike stuff, right?
Cat and Mouse.
Cat and Mouse.
With Admiral Trench.
Admiral Trench, the spider dude, and the invisible ship that then gets co-opted by Admiral Tarkin, Grand Moff.
Indeed.
For some reason.
Is it the same ship?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was the same model, but I could be wrong.
I mean, we've never seen the same model anywhere other than that prototype and the Carrion Spike.
Yeah.
So I kind of assume that it's the same one.
I don't know. That was an interesting episode. Based on Battle of Christophsis, wasn't it? That was the blockade. Because Season 2 of Clone Wars did a lot of, I know this is Season 2, but this is actually set before the arcs in Season 1. So you had the Christophsis prelude of the blockade with Cat and Mouse, and then you had the whole Ryloth arc in Season 1, and then in Season 2 there's a whole nother blockade runner thing with Jar Jar Binks in it as well. Jar Jar Binks and Bail Organa team up.
Oh, so it wasn't Bombad Jedi?
No, but it's the one with Jedi Master Ima Gundai.
I see.
So yeah, and he did die. There's not as many silly names in The Mandalorian because a lot of people don't have names, I don't think.
Not even Baby Yoda has a name.
Baby Yoda doesn't have a name.
The child doesn't have a name.
Werner Herzog's character doesn't even have a name. He's just called the client. Yeah, the I want to see the baby guy.
I want to see the baby.
So, I rewatched the finale, last 2 episodes recently. And it's just so funny just seeing Werner Herzog getting gunned down. And it was like...
he was never the villain, it was me.
Yeah.
The Los Pollos Hermanos guy. Bloody dude from Far Cry 6 or whatever.
Far Cry...
Is it 7 or 5?
I think it's either 6 or 5. Primal isn't a number.
No, 5 this is the one that's set in America.
Oh, yes.
With Christian cults.
Yes.
4 is in the Himalayas.
Yes.
3 is the one that everyone knows. With the
yes.
Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Yeah, that big thing. 2 is set in Africa.
And has mutants?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just horrors of war.
I think that one of the first ones has sci-fi elements.
blood dragon.
Well, yes, but no. That's not what I meant. But yes, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But you are also not correct.
Damn it, that's my least favourite way of being right.
Not even technically.
Not even technically right.
Tenuously.
Tenuously correct. How did we get here?
Oh,
we're talking about Moff Gideon.
Were we?
Well, no, you brought up Moff Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a villain in Far Cry 6. So, because we've barely seen anything from Moff Gideon, because I am personally of the opinion that we cannot really... Like, you see people saying Moff Gideon is such a cool villain or such a great villain. We haven't seen enough of him to make judgment.
Yeah, no, he shows up in the second to last episode.
And the last episode as well.
Yeah, he does a little bit of grandstanding and then he leaves in a TIE whatever.
TIE Outlander.
Sure, TIE Outlander.
Because it's the one with the foldy wings.
Foldy wing McGee.
I get annoyed when I see TIE fighters landing on their wings. So, that sounds so fucking nerdy.
Freddy, we're making a podcast.
No, genuinely, I really do not like seeing TIE fighters land on their wings. I saw it in Rebels and it sort of kind of pissed me off. Because TIE fighters need to be attached to the hooks because their wings are too brittle. And luckily, they started doing that more in canon now.
Yeah, if you look at bloody Squadrons,
they do it a lot.
Bloody Rebels, they do...
Yeah,
you said that they did the bad thing in there as well.
Yeah, they did the bad thing at the start, but then later on they did the good thing.
When Dave Filoni started paying more attention.
Literally, when Dave Filoni decides to pay attention to Legends material.
Yeah.
Oof. See, that's a hot take right there.
Sometimes the hat just falls over his eyes and before he has time to take it up because he's so busy brainstorming more cool ideas.
He's got to hide his big brain.
Dave Filoni, great big bushy brain.
Dave Filoni without a hat is cursed. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
I don't think I have, but I'm pretty sure he would just look like the comedian Tom Segura.
I don't know who he is, but I'm going to say yes.
He looks like Dave Filoni without a hat.
Huh, that's exactly like I imagined him.
Isn't it just? Funny how that happens. Also the wrestler Eddie Kingston. He also looks a lot like him.
I don't know anything about wrestling, so I'm going to say yes again. Yes.
I'm going to pretend to show you a picture right now.
Oh wow, he looks just like Dave Filoni without a hat.
He also looks exactly like Tom Segura.
Oh my god. Why has he got a Kowakian monkey lizard on his shoulder?
Well, he's almost as big a Star Wars fan as we are. But he does not have a podcast, which means that he's not as valid a fan as we are.
I saw somebody reference the Kowakian monkey lizard, in Jabba's palace. And they called him... this is how I know how much of a nerd I am. Because he called him Salacious Crumb, but in my head I was like, actually, it's Salacious B. Crumb. I don't know what the B stands for, but Big Chungus.
Big Chungus Crumb.
Yes. He got blown up on the sail barge.
Oh, he did too.
They all died.
Everyone except the heroes, I guess.
Yeah, literally.
Potentially Boba Fett.
Potentially. I think that either Boba Fett is going to appear, or Boba Fett, I don't know. Either he's going to appear, or it's going to be that constable that found his armor in the Aftermath books.
Ooh, now we're getting into the books, and we still haven't really even set out our mission statement for today.
No, our mission statement is to talk tenuously, nice word, about the Mandalorian. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're linking it to the Mandalorian Season 2.
Because everything is linked. Because Star Wars is Marvel now.
Oh, that reminded me about a couple sentences back. Okay, so...
Nice callback, bro.
Yes. Okay, so... You know how Princess Leia killed Jabba?
Yeah, she strangled him somehow.
Yes. Well, then a lot of Nikto, which are like the same species as Jedi Master Armagundai, a lot of Nikto were freed from indentured
servitude
from Jabba because he was dead. And so I have seen a theory that, the child in episode 1 is defended by, or guarded by Nikto. All of those guys are only Nikto. So I've seen people say that perhaps the Nikto guards are actually acting on behalf of Leia, because the Nikto have like a servitude or like life debt to Leia for freeing them from Jabba's consortium.
That's interesting then. That would probably mean that the Mandalorian has fought New Republic forces about as much as he fought...
Yeah, Imperial guys.
Well, Neo-Imperial or whatever they even
The muddy guys are like sort of Neo, and then the clean suited ones are Moff Gideon's lot.
Are they First Order? What's their deal?
I guess
we're going to
First Order.
find out.
I don't think they're First Order.
I think I saw a headline that he's like the Warden of the Universe, whatever
the Warden is this fucking He-Man?
No, that's...
Masters.
Masters of the Universe. That's very different.
Yeah, but so Moff Gideon's the Warden of the Universe.
Look, I only think that I heard that, and even if I did, I have no idea what it means, so let's not...
Yeah, well...
We're going to probably find out in less than a week. So.
Yeah, so we're linking to the First Order. So originally, the whole idea behind the First Order is, because the Empire is the Nazis, the First Order are the Nazis that fled to Argentina. That was the whole point. That was one of the things J.J. Abrams said.
Sure.
But I think that they're going to go more into that for Moff Gideon's lot. Because in episode, the second to last episode, Cara Dune says that Moff Gideon was executed for war crimes, a la Nuremberg trials, but he wasn't because he's still alive. So something New Republic corrupt, and they did pardon a lot of people as well, a la bloody America, like come help build our spaceships.
Yep, come just do shady stuff, but for the good guys now.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't shady stuff, it was just with shady people.
I mean, America?
Yeah, like going to the moon, no. Well, they haven't turned it...
Allegedly.
Oh, God. Actually, I think they went to Alzok 3 instead of the moon.
They went to Counter-Earth.
Counter-Earth.
The Earth that's on the same orbit of the Sun as Earth, but on the other side, so you can't see it.
I've heard that too much. That would be cool for like a Star Wars thing, though.
It's where the cartoon Spider-Man Unlimited is set.
What?
Yeah.
On another planet?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it exactly this?
No. It's nowhere. It kind of looks like future Earth, and most people are like a half animal hybrids.
I hate that.
Yeah, me too. I think that they just wanted to do like Batman Beyond, but Spider-Man, but they didn't want to do a future. So
there's already Beyond Spider-Man or whatever it's called.
There's Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
But I guess they didn't want to do that either.
Spider-Man 2099 is cool.
Yeah, he was really cool.
He's going to be in Into the Spider-Verse too. Played by Moon Knight now.
Oh, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. I like how I referenced the new casting instead of the fact that he plays Poe Dameron.
Who even remembers Poe Dameron?
Look, Poe Dameron was cool in Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Then they tried to make him not cool in Last Jedi.
And then JJ succeeded in making him not cool.
And JJ said, well, I think it's very questionable making the main character, whose actor is from Guatemala, actually not be a pilot for the New Republic and actually just be a drug smuggler. It's like, yeah, that's real cool, J.J. Abrams. God. That actually annoys me.
Instead of making him like a cooler blend of like Wedge and Han Solo, they just made him a Han Solo but worse and kind of problematic.
Yeah, I remember when they did the press conferences for Force Awakens, I think, and they said like how Poe is the best pilot there is. They said that for Last Jedi as well, but I mean, I don't know.
I remember them saying that like in Millennium Falcon, Han Solo would outfly Poe, but in anything else, Poe would be better.
Yeah. Well, that's probably just because the Millennium Falcon's faster than the X-Wing, maybe.
It's probably because that, and also if people said that he's better than Han Solo, Disney would be burnt down to the ground.
Would they though? Han Solo was like, how old was Han Solo?
We're not talking about Force Awakens. He was probably like 60.
Yeah.
Or maybe even more. He was probably bloody
70.
Not Indiana Jones. What's his name?
He was older than Indiana Jones.
I mean, definitely.
When does Indiana Jones die?
I don't think there is like a canon date for his death.
Yeah, because they're going to do another film with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
Oh, well, that just reminded me of how James from Mr. Slow Movies actually, many years ago, said how he should be recast with Chris Pratt and it'd be set in feudal Japan where he fights ninjas. That's an actual video.
Well, at least some of that is not a terrible idea.
I would like to see something ninjas, something, I don't know.
I mean, Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones, it's been memed to death, but like...
I don't think he's the right, I don't know.
He doesn't look quite gritty enough.
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich play young Indiana Jones.
I would not be against that, actually.
Yeah.
He was pretty good in Solo.
I think he's really good in Solo.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets enough credit. I feel bad that there's not going to be a Solo 2. It should be called Duo. Have you seen the trailer with the original trailer for Solo with the really generic music?
I have not.
And then it was the first trailer, and then somebody made an edit where it's the I'm Han Solo song from Star Wars Connect, and it actually works.
I would rather not see that.
I know it sounds bad, but if you watch it, it actually works. As Todd Howard says, it just works.
Yes, Ron Howard's brother.
Ron Howard's brother, Todd. Yes, the deputy director of Solo.
Mm-hmm. I think that it's actually kind of fitting that we call this the Bodhi Rook episode because
we haven't talked about the Mandalorian that much.
I was going to say because much how his brain was scrambled by Bogalit. This episode's topics and probably our brains as well have been scrambled.
Yeah.
Furiously. And
I wonder how many times they've said the word scrambled in Star Wars.
I'm going to say not even once.
I reckon at least twice in all of Star Wars.
In all of Star Wars
media. In all of spoken Star Wars media.
Does that include audiobooks?
No.
In all of audiovisual media?
Yes.
Does that include video games?
Sure, why not? No, I'm sure they must have said it a bit more.
Scrambled do-back eggs.
No, because they say they don't. No, I'm not referring to bloody eggs. I'm referring to like comms being scrambled.
Or like scrambled
fighters. Yeah. I think they must have said it.
Well, scramble definitely, but scrambled.
That's a good point. Scramble all fighters. Scrambled X-wings on toast.
Scrambled eggs wings.
Oh, that's my new breakfast recipe. Now I'm gonna preface the recipe with a transcription of this entire podcast. So you got to read through all of it before you actually get to the recipe.
Because that's the only way to get the joke.
The joke.
The joke. I'm not gonna say it. I am gonna say it.
What were you gonna say?
To be fair, you do have to have a really high IQ to understand that recipe.
Oh God!
I broke my own rule only 25 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, well.
Or less if I edit half of it out.
Do you have to have a high IQ to understand the Mandalorian? The answer's no.
So let's not talk about it, because what's the point?
Because we're friggin' dumb. Or we're smart boys.
No, we're smart. That's why we can't talk about anything so as dumb as Mandalorian.
Yes, instead, did you read that paper on chess moves?
Oh yes, it was made by my favorite chess merchant, Chester.
Oh God, we got back to chess, I just realised.
Oh no! We got back to the lost pilot for this, which will probably also be a lost pilot.
I don't think it
lost pilot, much like Bodhi Rook.
He got fucking blown up.
Yeah, with a grenade of all things.
Yeah, they all. Yeah, I mean, more people died from grenades. No, 3 of them died because of grenades.
Did they?
Yeah, Bodhi, then Chirrut Imwe, and then Baze Malbus. Chirrut Imwe, fulfilling his destiny, flipped the switch and fucking died because a Death Trooper threw a grenade.
Oh, I thought they were just both shot.
No, I think it was and then Chirrut Imwe, and then Baze Malbus did the whole
oh no, they killed my friend. Yeah. I need to kill you now.
Yes, and he's Russian as well, like as you said.
Yeah.
Was that meant to be? I don't know.
It wasn't meant to be anything. It just kind of came out that way.
Then he went, shot some dudes, and then he got shot, and then he fell over, shot a Death Trooper who dropped a grenade, and then he was about to blow up, and he looked at Chirrut Imwe, and then he blew up. Together in death. Yeah. No homo. All homo. All homo. Poe and Finn. Poe and Finn should have been gay. That's what would have not saved the trilogy, but it would have made it better. That's the 3rd subtitle of this episode. Yeah. No. Episode 1, the pilot, in quotes, Bodhi Rook, in quotes, the pilot, because get it, he's the pilot. Colon. We're not gonna... No, you can't say that. I know what change you're gonna say, because I was gonna say it as well. Call back to last night. Oh no! No! I was talking about cancer. I wasn't talking about. Okay, that doesn't make it much better. I'm gonna edit that out. Well, I'm not. Yeah, talking about the Mandalorian. Yeah, I think we've already made it clear how much we like Star Wars and how much too much we know about it. Although we're probably gonna get so much stuff wrong, we're gonna get so many, by which I mean non-angry messages. Yeah. Although, let's just start with a hot take. Do you think, not hot take, just a speculation, do you think the city planet or town, whatever, in season 2, do you think that's going to be a familiar location, like Nar Shaddaa? Or do you think it's going to be brand new? Hot take. I only saw that trailer once, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, well, I've seen it more than once. I've seen it twice. But I've burnt every shot into my mind. Right. I remember 3 things from that trailer. 1 is boats. 4 things. Boats, yes. Boats. Could be Camino, but probably not. Could be, though. But, yeah, sure, why not? It also could be that other rain planet that bloody Hannibal died on. Hannibal? Yeah. Edu? Jyn Erso's dad. Yeah, Edu. What's his name? Caden Erso? No, his name is... Galen Erso? Galen Erso. Same as Starkiller. Yeah, Galen Marek. Yeah. Which is just... He was 17 when he died. Galen? Galen Marek, yeah. He was 17 in the games. He looks way older. Yeah, that's because the actor's way older. Whack. That reminds me of how I thought that Rami Malek was like 17 when he's like pushing 40. Is he pushing for Jesus? It's like 36. So we have boats. Boats. Number 2. We're only on number 1. Jesus. Number 2, ice planet. Which could be Hoth. Could be pre-Starkiller base. In other words, Ilum. I do not think that is the case. And the other 2 things are wrestling related. Gamorrean wrestling. Thin Gamorreans. I'm not sure if you noticed. They were not fat. Well, do we know that the Gamorreans were fat, or was it just chunky armor? I think it was just chonk. So you don't think that they were even wearing armor? Well, the bits that are green is their skin. Unless they were wearing nude armor. They were wearing clothes. They weren't. You didn't just see that dangling Gamorrean member going everywhere when Luke was choking him. You saw like their little garb. It was like a classic. What's the big guy in Asterix? Obelix. Yeah, him. It looked like him. But true. Yeah, I know they were wearing armor. They had like helmets and stuff. Yeah, they didn't have pigtails though. That I do pigtails. That makes sense. No, they didn't have pigtails.
Oh.
Because
do you mean like hair pigtails?
Yeah, like Obelisk.
Like pigtails.
No, I was talking about hair because you're talking about Obelisk.
Right, and they probably didn't have moustaches either.
Well, you never know. Have you double checked like you double checked on Dexter Jetster?
I have not. It's so weird that Dexter Jetster has a mustache.
It's so weird that he is named after George Lucas's son.
And it's weird that his son is not called Dexter. His son's name is Jet.
Yeah. And he appears in episode 2 and 3. He dies in episode 3.
Oh no, how did that happen?
He's the Jedi that jumps out in front of Bail Organa in the Jedi Temple when it's like...
That's not Dexter Jetster. Oh!
No, that's it. Oh no.
You're Dexter Jetster.
No, Dexter Jetster didn't die in Order 66. I'm talking about George Lucas's son.
Yeah, Jet Lucas.
Jet Lucas.
Do you think he's named after Jet Li?
Probably.
Jet Lucas?
I imagine bloody George Lucas is a fan.
Probably.
Or maybe he just likes jet airplanes.
Oh yeah, because he did make that airplane thing.
Red Tails, which apparently is really bad.
So I hear. I know that there's a Red Letter Media episode on it.
Red Letter Media episode on everything.
You'd be surprised.
I remember when watching the prequel, watching the episode 1 Red Letter Media, and it was the only one there was. Like, as in only one of the prequel
holy shit,
ones.
you watched it before they made the sequel to that?
I believe, like, before they made the episode 2 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, as to quote Trolls 2, too many goblins. That's not the subtitle, but the antagonists in Trolls 2 are goblins.
Yeah.
Not trolls.
It's a baffling thing.
Weren't they all Czech?
They are not Czech.
No, all the characters, not the goblins.
The characters are Czech?
No, the actors are all Czech. They didn't know it. They couldn't speak English.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
But they speak English. They have lines.
Yeah, but I think they were just like, you know, like how you could probably speak Italian if you were bloody reading it off a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what was happening in Trolls 2.
No, I saw a bit of the documentary about Trolls 2, and those people are quite noticeably English. Or American.
I didn't realise. I thought they were Czech.
I know that the director doesn't speak English.
Maybe it's that I'm thinking of.
Maybe we're thinking of another terrible film. Maybe you're thinking of Trolls 1.
Trolls 1 actually has trolls in.
At least one.
Yeah. Troll Hunter, that's a Norwegian film.
Mm-hmm.
That's I keep meaning to watch that.
Troll Hunters, I think, is a Guillermo del Toro animated series.
That's I'm not even going to say his name because I can't.
Guillermo
del Toro.
GDT.
Mexican director.
Indeed.
I didn't realise he made Troll Hunters.
I don't think it's the same thing as the Norwegian one.
No, I mean the animated series. I know it's on Netflix.
I could also be wrong.
You could be. But who's going to correct you now?
The listeners that we don't have yet.
Ah, yes. My favourite. Shout out to all you guys.
Cricket noise, cricket noise, cricket noise.
Jeremy Cricket from Pinocchio.
Indeed. My good or evil conscience.
I don't think he was a nice guy.
I don't think I've ever seen Pinocchio.
He had plenty of opportunities to fix the situation. And he did fuck all.
Well, what can he do? He's just a cricket.
I don't know. He was sent by an angel.
He was?
Yeah, do you remember the angel?
I just said that I've never seen Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, it's okay. There was an angel at the start of Pinocchio, and it's like, okay, this friggin' puppet can become a living child, but he's gonna stay made of wood until the end of the film. That's
literally what he says.
Yeah, that's the line.
I haven't seen Pinocchio, but I know this deep in my heart.
And it's pop culture reference.
Oh yeah, I just got it from Cultural Osmosis.
Cultural Osmosis Jones. Osmosis Mandalorian.
Yeah, I was going to say number 4.
Oh. Okay.
Sasha Banks, the wrestler, was in the trailer as someone in a cape.
Yes.
Yes.
Sabine?
That's what I'm going to say probably not, and here's why.
Ooh.
Sasha Banks is a heel wrestler, which means that she basically is a villain most of the time.
Ooh.
And wrestlers, when they go out to do like, side hustles in movies, they usually stick to the role that they have currently.
Apart from, whatchamacalled?
The Rock?
Drax.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
The thing with Dave Bautista is that he doesn't really wrestle anymore.
And he also says he doesn't like... He wants to do more proper, like quote-unquote proper films. And
Yes.
literally says, unlike the Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I mean, Dwayne The Rock
Yes, Dwayne!
Dwayne the Water Johnson.
What? Dwayne Watto Johnson? My drugs don't work on me. Only money.
Don't do an impression of Watto. That's very,
I know it was a
not
bad
okay.
impression of Watto though.
That makes it less problematic,
Yes.
I hope.
Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah, if you make a bad impression of a racist accent, it's no longer racist.
Yeah.
So anyway, because Sasha Banks is a heel wrestler, I think that she is not going to be Sabine.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be someone either villainous or at least working against Mando.
I don't
in
think she
some
looks
way.
like Sabine.
Yeah, I mean, not to make it like, a thing, but I don't know what kind of ethnicity Sabine is meant to be. I know she's Mandalorian, so all
No,
bets are off.
Mandalorians aren't an ethnicity.
They are a creed.
Yes. So basically, like in the Clone Wars, they were all white and all had blonde hair, and then they realised this isn't actually very cash money.
They kind of look like Nazis.
Yeah, so they were like, let's change this. And so by Rebels, they sort of realised we should probably make it more broad and not an ethnicity.
Yeah.
So
she still could be Sabine in that
yes.
case.
I was under the impression that it was meant to be like East Asian ethnicity. But
Yeah,
obviously in
something.
space. I'm not like saying Sabine Wren is East Asian in space. Because that
Lots
doesn't
of
work.
planets have an East.
No, but I mean like it's the same way like how when Force Awakens came out, people were saying how Finn is the first African American stormtrooper, and there's just so much wrong with that sentence because first of all, John Boyega's British, and I'm not sure if Americans know, but we tend to like just say British and not. Yeah, and second of all, there's no Africa or America in space, so. But yeah, to the point, I think Sabine. I don't know because we haven't seen a live action portrayal, but I do think if they, I don't know what Sasha Banks actually looks like because I've only seen her in the hood. So,
I mean, she much like Sabine also always have like lavish,
like coloured hair.
Colored hair,
Yeah.
not quite like rainbowy stuff like Sabine did.
Yeah.
But usually pink or blue.
Yeah, but notice how in that ominous shot
You can't see her hair.
There's literally no colour. She's like wearing dark colours, which contradicts me saying there's no colour.
Also, I don't think it like aligns age-wise.
No, I think
Because
she's too
this
old.
takes place, like 40 years after Rebels?
40?
Yeah, because the Rebels are like 10 years before A New Hope.
Rebels, see, the last season of Rebels ended 2 years before. Or 1 year before even.
Never mind. Still, it takes place like 30 years after Rebel. No, it doesn't.
No, it takes place 5 years after Return of... No, 8 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay, so it does align age-wise.
I think
Sasha
she's
Banks is in her late 20s?
I thought she
or
looked
early
too
30s.
old. But that might just be the shadows of the hood.
Yeah. Do we know Sabine's age anyway?
I
She's
think
like
she was
16?
15, 16 in Rebels. She was older than Ezra.
Who was 14?
14, I think, at the start of Rebels. And Rebels takes place over 5 years. Well,
5?
I think
no.
so. Or how many seasons are in Rebels? 4. It might take place over 4 years. Each one's a year.
I think there may have been like a 2 or 3 years jump between the seasons 2 and 3.
Then I think it must be 5 years.
Are you sure that each season was a year?
Well, there might be gaps, but I'm almost. I feel like it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
This is besides the point. We're talking about Mandalorian.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Sabine. I think it could be Acolyte of the Beyond.
Oh, who's that? Is that like a Temple of the Wills kind of people?
No, it's a cult of Darksiders that appeared after the fall of the Empire. Well, after the death of Palpatine, and they worship like Darth Sidious and stuff. Sounds an awful lot like
Sith Eternal.
Well, yes, it's possible that they are precursors to Sith Eternal. But I was about to say, it sounds an awful lot like my Edge of Empire campaign. You know, like the Star Wars RPG, like Star Wars D&D.
I've heard of it.
Yes, well, I wrote a premise for an Imperial campaign that was set 10 years before Battle of Yavin. That it includes like a dark side cult around Darth Sidious. But for some reason I decided it was set on Endor, but it was set in the desert on Endor.
Oh, on Endor Prime?
No, on Endor, and like the Forest Moon.
Oh, because on the non-forest part of the Forest Moon.
In Ewoks 2...
Electric Boogaloo.
We're not going to call it the other one.
We're not doing this the other thing. Just say Ewok 2 Cruise Control.
Yeah, in Endor 2... no, Ewoks 2... they walk through a desert. So right. I was like, I'm going to be like cool and set it in the desert on Endor because that subverts expectations. See, I Ryan Johnson before Ryan Johnson, but
oh, I didn't realize that you were also a hack fraud.
Yes, I am indeed. But
you look like Hux, yet you are.
I don't look like Donald Gleason at all.
You are a spitting image. Like from your hair to your hair.
From my hair to my hair, great.
It's not even the same shade.
It's not the same colour.
No, but still.
And he also has ginger eyebrows, and I don't. I'm pretty sure I have brown eyebrows.
Yeah, you're right.
So, see, hashtag half-breed ginger.
Hybrid.
As in Harry Potter, but I don't want to associate with Harry Potter.
Yeah, TERFs are bad people.
Anyway, Sasha Banks.
I think we're kind of done with her.
Yes. No, I don't want to see her again.
Sasha Banks, by the way, SmackDown Women's Champion. As of Sunday, I think.
Oh, wow.
That means nothing to you.
Isn't the actor Cara Dune also?
I don't think so.
Or is she a boxer?
She's probably a boxer.
Yeah.
I think I would know if she was a former wrestler.
Yeah.
What's even her name?
I don't know. But didn't she
Less
say some...
angry Rosie O'Donnell.
Didn't she say some bad things?
A lot of...
She almost got cancelled completely.
A lot of, like, combat people have. Like, you know, Ronda Rousey, she's... also a bit of a TERF, which is very sad.
Yeah, I think Cara Dune's actor said some bad things on Twitter in the last few months.
Oh, last few months?
Yeah, or in the last year.
That's disheartening.
Yeah.
Don't say bad things, people. Just be cool.
Just be cool. But who's the actor that they're saying that people say might play Ahsoka?
Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty much confirmed.
Is it though? It's like how I keep seeing people say the Obi-Wan spin-off show is coming and it is confirmed.
It is confirmed.
Is it confirmed?
It is confirmed.
Where is it? I haven't seen a StarWars.com article.
I'm pretty sure that bloody Obi-Wan, what's his name? Ewan McGregor has come on stage and said, "We're doing this now. It's official. It's happening."
Is it though?
It's confirmed.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
I'm pretty sure they're in like not pre-production, but they're writing it.
That's sort of pre-production.
Technically, it is.
Yeah, that's pre-production.
That's pre-production.
Well, I guess everything's pre-production. The year 1 AD's pre-production for The Mandalorian begins with the bloodline of Dave Filoni being born out of the ashes.
Yeah, I mean, the pre-production only ends with the start of production, I guess, so you are not wrong.
Yeah.
Pre-production is like it's a math term, I wouldn't know. Geometry term.
It's a long boy of time.
That sounds like an official term. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, that's science.
That is science.
So you think Rosario Dawson is going to be Ahsoka?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there has been some artwork of Ahsoka made for Mandalorian. Which allegedly looked like Rosario Dawson, but it just looked like Ahsoka to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
It looked kind of CGI, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think seeing Ahsoka in live action is going to be jarring.
Din Djarin. I need a minute after saying that.
No, but honestly, I'm not entirely... I don't think this is going to be the Rebels sequel series.
No, definitely not.
I think the Rebels sequel series is going to be a different thing.
Yeah. If she's in it, much like Boba Fett and Rex, if they are in it as well, they're going to be in it for like an episode or two.
I think Boba Fett might be in it a bit longer.
If it's Boba Fett, he could play a larger role.
What? Is either Boba Fett or that constable? Because there was I can't remember his friggin' name. It was something. That doesn't help.
Was it Podcast?
Oh my god. But
I would say that if it was the constable, then they would show us his face.
There were leaks.
Were they?
That constable was cast and was going to be in the podcast. Was going to be in the show.
It's possible.
But I'm not entirely sure if I believe that.
But if you don't know what we're talking about that scene on the Tatooine episode.
Yes.
Episode 5, I think, of season 1. Where the crappy bounty hunter was shot or whatever.
He was shot.
Ming-Na Wen.
No, it was the assassin who got shot, and then he walked over to the assassin's body. You know, the one with the sniper.
Oh, did they both die?
Yeah, but
wasn't the assassin Ming-Na Wen? The Asian lady.
Yeah,
the cavalry from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't know, but yes, it's her body that Boba Fett or the other guy walked up to.
Either way.
It had the spur noise.
It had the spur noise that the only shoes in Galaxy that make are worn by Boba Fett.
Exactly.
Probably not even Jango, only Boba.
I don't know. I don't think you hear it with Jango. I mean, he's not alive long enough.
Do we ever hear him walk? We see him walk, but we don't hear him walk, do we?
No, I don't think we ever hear him walk.
To be fair, I can't think of a time when Tamara Morrison was in costume of Jango Fett and was walking. I remember seeing of him as him standing, him flying, and him standing. I already said that.
And sitting.
Yeah, in Slave 1.
Yes.
Why is it called that?
Yeah. Like the Robot Chicken sketch. Have you seen the one with Lando?
I don't think so, but I think I can imagine what it was.
But yeah, I think it's more likely that Tamara Morrison's going to play Boba Fett than he's going to play Rex. I'm not wearing my Boba Fett shirt.
You're wearing your Finn t-shirt.
Yeah, it's really fucking fraying.
That's probably why I only now realize that you're wearing a Star Wars t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt, like the fake nerd that I am.
Whoa. Batman, more like Badman. Mandalorian.
Now that's a new title.
Yeah.
Bodhi Rook, man. No.
Oh my.
Bates Man Bus.
Bates Man Bus.
Bates Hotel. That sounds sleazy.
It does, yeah. Man Bus. No!
So anyway, Sasha Banks.
No, we've moved on from Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. I think that it's already been jarring enough to see the Rebels version of Darth Maul in live action, even though he only appeared as a hologram.
Rebels version Darth Maul looks cool.
Yeah, but he just looks kind of different.
Yeah, because he's older.
Yeah. in any case, they're not going to make Ahsoka CGI, are they?
They probably don't have the budget.
I mean, probably not. But it's season 2. They've proven that they can.
No, but they do the big circle thing, don't they, for their CGI backgrounds?
What does that have to do with CGI characters?
Like, they don't do many CGI things. Like, even in season 1, I don't think they're gonna need a bigger budget.
You are not wrong. If anything, they might give them lower budget to prove themselves.
Oh my god! Like, so you think you're good enough to make a Star Wars show with practical effects?
Isn't that how they do it on BBC? You're like, you've done this with £5 million. Let's see how well you do with like 2.
Well, Doctor Who, probably.
Probably.
Apart from the Chibnall ones when they gave them a lot more money.
Well, there was a jump in quality when they switched from Russell T Davies to... Is it Dave Moffat? What's his first name? Is it Dave? Stephen Moffat. What do I think his name is? Dave.
Everyone's name's Dave. I actually don't know anyone called Dave.
Dave Lister.
Apart from Dave Lister. Actually...
Dave Filoni.
Fucking... when I was on holiday once in Cornwall, like, the caravan next to us, there was a big brummie called Dave, and he was like really big, and I remember that he used to lather himself in olive oil and sunbathe outside. And he's the only Dave I think I've met in person.
He's the Dave that the TV program is named after.
Well, the channel.
The channel.
Yes.
Dave.
Showing all the reruns of Rebels, of Star Wars Resistance. Remember, that's a thing?
Yeah, I binged the first season and then was sad because it's bad.
Apparently season 2's better.
Yeah, but it's not coming back
not
for
meant
season
for
3,
you.
is it?
No, because season 3 is episode 9, and episode 9 is worse, probably.
Oof.
I
would say so.
But Resistance is not meant for... Like, Rebels was meant for younger audiences, and Resistance is meant for even younger audiences. So I'm not like gonna complain about it because it's not. It was never meant for me.
I should not be a brony about it. You
know
how 30-something-year-old men just co-opted the My Little Pony fandom and then get salty when 7-year-old girls can't name all the ponies or they can't go through all the rich lore of the MLP universe.
Yeah. It's like, so you're a Star Wars fan? Name all the planets.
Well, you have Onderon, you don't have Duxun.
No, that's a moon.
And I can't think of anything else.
Yes.
Because all you need is Onderon, don't you?
Yes, because Onderon is the key to all this.
Imagine if it turns out that Gungans were actually just brought to Naboo from Onderon.
Whoa.
Because if Gungans lived on Duxun, their natural habitat, they are too powerful. So they were taken to a place with a yellow sun, which doesn't give them the same
just like Superman.
Just like Superman, but in reverse.
Yeah, that's why they flew from Duxun into Onderon's atmosphere, because they're actually linked, because Duxun is so low orbit.
Yeah,
Duxun is lower orbit than the International Space Station.
Yeah, it's a moon that's big enough to have its own atmosphere with jungles and all, but it's also so close to the planet that their atmospheres can mix so that like Beast Riders can fly from one place to the other.
I think that's a really stupid thing.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. But
no, it doesn't.
I think they said that over time, the moon got further away.
I mean, isn't our moon getting further away as well?
Yes. The moon is really fucking far away.
Yeah, if you arrange all the planets in the solar system next to each other, they wouldn't even reach the moon.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought up that, because I've been saying that fact to a lot of my friends, and they said, it's not true. It doesn't sound true, but you're a man of culture, because you know that fact is true.
It's not unlikely that I learned it from you.
Uh-oh. Is that going full circle?
Oh, it's going full circle, like the circle theory.
I was going to say like the circle logo of the crime syndicate in Solo.
Oh yes,
what was
Crimson
it called?
Dawn?
Crimson Dawn.
Or like poetry because it rhymes.
It rhymes, it goes full circle. The hero's journey is a circle.
The sun is a circle.
Starkiller Base has a ring around it, like indented ring.
The clock on this wall is circular, like time. Time is a wheel. The Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time is being filmed right now in Prague, apparently.
In Prague?
In Prague.
It's another Amazon show. So Amazon are like having the Wheel of Time show, the Middle Earth Second Age show.
The Carnival Lane? What's
Carnival
that?
Row.
Carnival Row.
Yeah, and
it's
they've
also in Prague, I think.
They got the Expanse. They got the Expanse as well, which is really good.
It's English, isn't it? Expanse.
Yeah. No, it's Expanse.
Is it?
Yeah.
You suddenly became way less fancy.
No, I swear it's Expanse. Sometimes
anyway,
I overemphasize. Oh, right, yes. For some reason, in my head, I thought Chundalorian.
What?
I don't know why. Like, in my head, I just had, like, the word Chundalorian.
I don't think that anyone's thrown up in that show. Or did Baby Yoda at some point?
Where if Din Djarin had to throw up and he was around people, he would have to do it in his helmet.
Yeah. Much like someone else who's probably done something similar.
In Imps the Relentless, episode 2, it's episode 1, sorry. There's a stormtrooper that throws up in his helmet, I believe. Very good fan film.
So I hear
Yeah.
from you right now.
Yes. It's very good. It's made by the same production crew behind Troopers.
Oh, cool. The College Humor series.
No.
Oh.
But also yes.
Oh?
It's the one...
Is it the different Troopers?
It's that and also the one that's like the cop show but on Tatooine.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's a very old fan film. They kill Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. It's quite funny.
They do? I was pretty sure that Boba Fett did
Oh
that.
my god, no, Boba Fett did not friggin' kill Aunt Beru and Uncle
That's
Owen.
what no disintegrations means,
No!
Freddy.
Sure, no, we've seen disintegrations in The Mandalorian, and it literally means disintegrations. It doesn't mean burn the friggin' flesh.
I think that it was revealed in one of the comics what Vader meant by no disintegrations. But it's probably not, so we're not even going to bother with that.
Well, since when do people making the visual media pay attention to the comics?
They literally never have.
Looking at you, JJ, Jar Jar Abrams.
When are they going to put Screaming Fortress into the films, you know?
Is that the one with the vampires?
It's the one with like the vampire ticks.
Well, they ticks?
Yeah, they were like
it's the
big
Afra
ticks.
one, right?
It was a crossover between Dr. Afra and Star Wars, the main line.
Yeah, I remember it's because that's the one Dr. Afra arc that I've heard isn't good.
Yeah, probably. I mean, she was really good in the Darth Vader series, but then she got her own series, which was a bit less great. But it's still pretty good. It has that force-sensitive mold. Oh yeah, the hook spores, I think.
With
the guy who was in Solo or Rogue
One. In Rogue One is like Kit Basala or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's like not a bounty hunter. He's like a.
He is a interstellar lawman, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, he's like a big, high and mighty dude, and something else happens. I don't know.
He dies. He dies, then he gets the mold on him, then he double dies.
Double dog dies, and I think that the mold crashes into the sun or into a planet.
I think that the mold's going to appear in Mandalorian.
I think that the mold is actually the Mandalorian.
The mold is Baby Yoda's Strand cast.
Ooh, I mean, the only one who has seen Din Djarin's face was Taika Waititi's IG-11.
Fucking hell, I'm such a nerd.
Who could have been fooled by the hook spores, something.
IG-11 was infected with the Force Spore.
IG-11 was infected with the coronavirus.
IG-11
invented COVID-19.
Oh, God. I can see IG-11 invented Spore, the video game.
It was Peter Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux?
Yeah.
Is that Maxis?
Yeah.
Maxis got shut down.
I think.
All of the good...
Bullfrog, I think?
Bullfrog.
But
so Maxis had something to do with it.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe that was like the sub-section.
Yeah, because I remember Bullfrog. All of the friggin' aliens said by Maxis. Like most of the time. So...
We should make an episode about your Spore Let's Play.
Oh my god, that Let's Play.
We should also do an episode about my Let's Play of Star Wars The Old Republic. But JK, that's in Czech, so you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, check it out.
Freddy, that's literally the only joke he ever made.
I'm sorry. I
think that I'm gonna check out of this. Oh, hello there, 1 hour mark.
1 hour?
We've passed you 2 3/4 minutes ago.
Whoa, that's like...
How much of that time have we actually spent talking about The Mandalorian?
I'd say 10 minutes.
Do you think this is going to be usable?
Yeah, I think so, because we've actually talked about Star Wars.
That is true. We've gone off topic a lot, but the off topic was still Star Wars.
Or generally Star Wars.
And since this is the Bodhi Rook episode...
Which is the pilot.
And which
also,
is... The poor gullet has lived our memories and left our mind broken.
Is that...
Something like that.
Yeah. Why did they include...
Poor gullet!
Yeah, why did they include poor gullet? You're going to re-listen to this and realise that your impression isn't bad.
I mean, if I thought that it was bad, I would stop doing it.
It's true. But why did they include... Bor Gullet. Like, why?
Bor Gullet is also in issue or 2 of Dr. Aphra, the comic.
Bor Gullet didn't die?
It's a different Bor Gullet.
It's a different
species.
Gullet. Yeah.
Bor Gullet wasn't sentient, was he?
I hope not. I don't know if I'd hope not or hope so.
I don't know either.
But either way, it's unsettling.
If it wasn't sentient, how did they know what he was thinking?
I would just rather it didn't exist.
Why? What's your issue with Bor Gullet?
Because why does it need to be in the film?
Because it's cool.
No, it's weird. It was like, what the fuck? There's a bloody tentacle porn now.
Well, you know, did you mind Rathars in episode 7?
I mean, they weren't that. They were the
They were things, balls with tentacles.
Yeah, they were like the things from Doom.
Yeah, are they the Kako demons?
Don't know. Look like beholders from D&D.
Yeah, but more fucked up.
More tentacly.
Did you know that the way that more beholders come into the world is when a beholder dreams about another beholder, that beholder starts existing?
Where though?
I don't know. That's how powerful beholders are. Their dreams.
Behold.
No, Freddy, no. I know where you go with this.
No, I'm not going with the Sorgarero quote. I'm saying a bee is holding a beholder.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to.
What did you think I was saying?
Oh, the Sorgarero quote.
But that's a different word.
That's we're not saying that.
We're not saying that because of the implication. But I don't even think that was actually in the actual film. I think that was cut.
What will you become?
Yes.
Okay. There was a lot of stuff that was cut. A lot of people were saying that a lot of the reshoots were noticeable because of Sogura's hair, but he only had the long hair in like the past when he was on.
No, in the present.
No, in the past when he was like on the call with Jyn Erso or.
No, he was bald then.
Well, the other way then.
Or was it? Oh fuck.
Whichever.
He definitely had hair, right?
Well, the point is that was not one of the things that reshoots changed because he would not have the same hairstyle like 20 years ago and now, right?
Yeah. And he was also like pretty gassed up.
Literally,
because he went to Geonosis.
And he got gassed.
Yes.
Literally.
And the Empire definitely are Nazis.
Yeah.
Literally. Thanks, J.J. Abrams, with the unsubtle Force Awakens thing.
I mean, that's the First Order, not the Empire.
Yeah, true.
What were we talking about? Something about
reshoots in Rogue One.
What will you become?
Yeah, you said it
behold,
twice.
Something about beholding someone's
Beholding, and then now you've said the line.
No, it's fine because I said become. I didn't say it the other way.
Yes, the other way. I'm so tempted. No, I'm not gonna.
I'm also tempted to go back to Ewoks 2.
Oh my god.
But we're not gonna. We're not gonna.
What if they announced there's gonna be Ewoks 3?
I mean, it's not canon, so why would they go back to it?
That little girl must have died.
Sure.
No, because think about it. Those films are set before episode 6. That little girl was taught Wicket some language. Where was that little girl in episode 6? Eaten alive.
I mean, she could have left the planet somehow.
Their family spaceship crashed and exploded.
Someone else
and
could
their
have
parents
visited
died.
the first moon of Endor.
Yeah. There was a Tom Bombadil living there.
Oh yeah, he's a jolly fellow. His coat is blue and his shoes are yellow.
It wasn't actually Tom Bombadil, but I assume you know what I mean.
I don't.
There was an old man that was living there, and he has a weird sidekick pet thing.
It was probably a survivor of Order 66.
Oh my god, I wouldn't be surprised. There's so fucking
He was
many.
Quinlan Voss.
Yes.
Quinlan Voss with
himself.
his touchy remembereth powers.
There was the witch in Ewoks 2. Remember that witch?
No, I don't. I've never seen the Ewoks films.
In Ewoks 2...
Caravan of Courage is the first one, I think.
Yeah, Ewoks...
Oh, the second one is Battle of
Endor.
Right.
Which was very confusing back in the day. When... imagine 10-year-old me going on YouTube. I want to watch Battle of Endor from episode 6. Search up Star Wars Battle of Endor. I get the fucking Ewoks 2 on YouTube. And I could have watched it all on there for free, but I didn't because I didn't want to. But I could have, because YouTube had no copyright system. But anyway, so they were going to make, or some random studio was going to make a fantasy film. Then they sort of went okay, we're not gonna anymore. And then they said, let's make a Star Wars film using the sets, the costumes, and some of the plot. So they just made it be set on Endor, and that's why there's a fucking witch. That's why there's an old man. That's why they're like an old human man. That's why there's a castle. That's why they walk through a desert on Endor. It's just I thought so. There's a load of these bandit guys that are like the witch's goons. I thought that in the fishing episode of Mandalorian, that the Klatooinians, I didn't realise they were Klatooinians when I first, in the very start of the episode. I thought they were actually the bandit dudes from Ewoks: The Battle of Endor. I
mean, I would not be surprised with how the referential the Mandalorian can
get. I honestly thought it could be, but they were Klatooinians, which are the dog-looking aliens from episode 6. I believe that there are even more people in Jabba's guards. Going back to the Nikto, I'm a Gundai.
I'm a Gundai.
I'm a wanna. No.
Shall we talk a bit more about Mandalorian then? What are you expecting from season 2? Do you think it's going to be like the same format as season 1?
I think there's going to be more travelling.
So you think it's going to be even more episodic?
Possibly. I think so. In season 1, it became episodic after episode 3. So episode 1, 2, and 3 were pretty much tied together. Even though episode 2 was
it felt a bit like filler, but it was one of the
I don't think
episodes.
There was any filler, if I'm being honest.
I mean, technically, filler is something that was not in the original source material that is put into the adaptation to pad it out.
Yeah.
So technically, there is literally zero filler in Mandalorian. But if there was
if they have tooth decay.
Sorry, what?
If they have tooth decay, they need some filler. Okay, just ignore I said that.
I'm going to cut out literally everything you've said in this entire episode.
It's just going to be you talking to a wall.
I am going to...
And now introducing my brick-built co-host. Or maybe it could be the image of Thangarodrim. The painting of Thangarodrim that Jack painted.
The War of Wrath.
The War of Wrath.
Non-nerds, including me, who is a nerd but doesn't know what the Elvish for War of Wrath is. Is it Elvish?
No, the War of Wrath was when the Valar got involved.
Well, this is War of Wrath, isn't it?
That's Battle of Thangarodrim.
Pretty sure this is War of Wrath.
It might be in the War of Wrath, actually. But the War of Wrath involved elves and the Valar.
Yes.
Yes. It's confusing.
Yes.
But I was saying like how I think season 2 of The Mandalorian might be episodes 1 and 2 might be intimately linked, or episode 1's going to be longer. But then I think 3, 4, 5, and 6 are probably going to be just like episodic.
Traveling around, meeting Ahsoka and Boba Fett and whoever. And then again fighting with Moff Gideon only in the 2 finales. Maybe. That feels a bit weird.
Oh, they might just completely shake it up then.
I think that now that the Moff Gideon has entered the story, they might...
Moff Gideon entered the chat.
Sure, he is like Jesus to me. Because I am neo-empirical. No. Don't
say that.
I am...
Because he was a tried war criminal that was quote-unquote executed.
I don't stand by what I said.
Yeah.
I think that now that Moff Gideon has entered the Chad, I think that they might get a bit more on track with the mission of returning Baby Yoda to his people, because that's what it's gonna be about, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think that they're going to return him to the Jedi or to Yoda's species?
It sounds like they were going to give him to the Jedi, but there isn't really anyone to give him to.
Apart from Luke.
Apart from Luke, but I think we would know if a Baby Yoda went to Luke's academy. Yeah. Also, he's a bit young for that, relatively speaking. They're probably going to go find Yoda's species, because they have to at some point, right?
I don't want them to, though.
I don't want that either, but they kind of have to, don't they?
What if he goes to... what if the ice planet is Renvar?
Oh, Renvar Citadel and Renvar Docks, the maps
from Star Wars Battlefront. Yes.
What is that place, though?
It's an old site of the old Jedi temple.
That makes sense.
And it's an ice planet. So what if... And it's in the Outer Rim as well, so... what if, like, the Mandalorians go to old Jedi sites? Because there's many Jedi temples all around the galaxy. Charted and uncharted. So, what if he's journaling... I've said what if like fucking 5 bazillion times now. Oh.
That's your thing now. We're gonna make t-shirts.
I'm the what if guy.
You're the what if Freddy.
Marvel what if coming to Disney Plus soon.
Allegedly the last things featuring Chadwick Boseman.
That's really sad.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in power.
Yeah. I don't want to say anyway because that feels sad.
Sorry for bringing the mood down.
I guess I'll have
for something completely different.
Renvar Citadel and Renvar Docks.
Yes. Renvar Citadel, one of my favorite maps, by the way.
Renvar Citadel is a good map. Wait, is Renvar Citadel the one with the ATTE?
No.
Which one's which?
Neither. Because they're.
I mean AT-AT. Sorry.
AT-AT is in Docks.
Docks.
Citadel is the one with like the big, with the CP on like a little bridge.
I don't think I've ever played that because I do have Star Wars Battlefront 1 on my PlayStation, but I mainly played the Battlefront 1 maps using a converted like map mod for Battlefront 2.
No one cares about this, but...
yeah, but that's how I did it. I haven't played friggin' Citadel.
I meant like a Battlefront in general.
Yeah.
But it's a great game.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite Star Wars game.
But the only reason I said, like, is the ice planet in Mandalorian Renvar, because, like, it's an ice planet.
It might well be.
But I think it's more likely that it's a new planet.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't do that much. Like, remember.
The only one is Tatooine. They're going to Tatooine again. There is at least one episode on Tatooine.
It also could be the episode from the very beginning of the first episode. That was a nice place.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, remember?
But that was like a nice lake place with the glands guy. The first line in Mandalorian is "Look at those glands," I believe.
You know, I'm not even man.
Yeah. But
and Brian Posehn, one of the writers of the best Deadpool run, is the guy who gets eaten by the ice monster.
Ah, well, the guy on the thing.
The guy on the skiff?
Yeah, because he says no droids.
No droids. I don't remember why.
Because he doesn't like droids, because droids kill his family.
I thought you said the dude. You meant the dude.
No, yeah, the Mando says no droids.
Because he is a little bit scarred.
Yeah, that was on Life Day. They were wearing the Life Day robes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, they were wearing the Life Day robes.
In the flashback?
Yes, they were. It was Life Day.
The Jaren family?
Yes, they were all wearing the Life Day robes because it was Life Day from the Star Wars Holiday Special. They brought it back into canon.
How sad.
Yeah, but without the shitty song.
Yes, sung to the melody of
the Star Wars thing.
Binary Sunset.
I hate that so much. Poor Carrie Fisher. Didn't even auto-tune it, did they?
I don't think... Was auto-tune even around in the 70s?
Probably.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah, they could have just got someone else to sing it. Like, no offense to Carrie Fisher, but she couldn't sing. Like, that well. I mean,
it was probably because she was heavily...
coked up.
Medicated.
Yeah, that's true.
Medicated.
I think they all were.
Yeah. And it was probably like just after Mark Hamill's accident.
Yeah, Mark Hamill was made up like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, he was.
Or Ken doll, sorry.
Men can be made up like Barbie dolls too.
No, I think it's the way Mark Hamill described himself.
Oh, fair. He did look a bit artificial.
Yes.
More artificial than bloody C-3PO.
Oh, hey.
More artificial than R.U.
No, we're not saying
R2D2.
Yes, we're not saying.
Not his sleazy uncle RU-18.
Oh, that's the model of Ashkamek that they decommissioned.
That's I'm not gonna go there.
No. Yeah. So yeah, it was Life Day that they were attacked on.
Yeah.
Is the ice planet the one from episode 1? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to revisit any other planets apart from maybe Navarro.
Which one was that?
That's the volcano one, you know.
Oh, yes. Well, it might start there.
It might start in Navarro.
We don't really know the timeline there.
It could just start immediately.
In media res.
What's the what?
In the middle of things, you know?
Oh.
Much like episode 8 starts in media res of the...
It just starts at the end of episode 7.
Yeah, well, kind of. It starts like probably half a day later.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say that like the other day I saw a film with Carrie Fisher that wasn't Star Wars and it freaked me out.
I don't think I've seen a film with Carrie Fisher that isn't Star Wars.
I haven't until yesterday.
What was it?
Blues Brothers.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I've seen Blues Brothers.
Yeah, she
is in that.
Yeah, she's the lady who's chasing one of the Blues Brothers.
The one that died, unfortunately. Soon after. No, not in the film. I mean, the actor died soon after.
Oh yeah, that was not Joe Pesci. Something B. John Belushi.
Yeah. He died not that long after Blues Brothers.
Apparently, that was a part of a cursed film production.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised. Blues Brothers is a weird film.
Not Blues Brothers. There was a film that was meant to be...
Another SNL one?
I don't know. There was a film about an Inuit going to America or whatever.
Oh.
And John Belushi was meant to star in it. And after reading the script... I don't think he was meant to be the Inuit, but... After reading the script, shortly after he died, he was then the role was then moved to John Candy. Why did I say Candy that weirdly? John Candy, and shortly after reading the script, he also died. and that role was then recast to someone else, and shortly after reading the script, that guy also died.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, don't go reading the script, kids.
Don't read scripts.
Don't read scripts.
As who was it that said? No, it was a Czech actor. You wouldn't know. But
was it the guy from Lemonade Joe?
No, he was not in Lemonade Joe.
I recommended Lemonade Joe to one of my friends.
That's wonderful, but we can talk about that later.
Episode 2, Lemonade Joe!
We can probably find a tenuous link to Star Wars.
Episode 2, the Christ metaphors at the end of Lemonade Joe.
One of the words in the pseudo-English song is Holy Star like Star Wars.
Star Wars didn't come out then. It was
it was in the 60s.
It was Lemonade Joe was 1964.
Yeah, about 4 years before.
And this is my gamer Star Wars knowledge. Star Wars came out in 1977.
But that's not a theory. That actually happened.
Yes.
And cut.
We're not cutting.
No, we're not ending on this.
We're not ending on bloody game theory parodies. I don't even remember how we got onto Blues Brothers. Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
I know that came from Last Jedi.
That actually came from Renvar Citadel, I think.
Yes.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I
like how the discussion of the planets in the season 2 trailer is actually the first thing that I brought up at the very start of this.
We've gone full circle.
We've gone full circle.
Much like Bodhi Rook, we have arrived at the destination, and I think we should die now.
Yes.
You may fire when ready.